The House has also advanced a bill that would take away required meal breaks for child workers who work longer than 5 hours. Representative Roger Wilder, the bill's author, owns multiple Smoothie King franchises and says the breaks cause a lot of issues for businesses. He also claims that kids want to have a choice on whether they take a break. Despite legislators questioning how many kids want this bill, it now advances to the Senate. The Alabama Supreme Court ruled that embryos fertilized in IVF treatments that don't become viable pregnancies could count as wrongful deaths. Seeing the fallout of the now reversed ruling, a Louisiana legislator wanted to put protections in place for doctors here. Capitol reporter Shannon Hecht explains the legislation for us.
Following the Alabama Supreme Court case that led to some IVF treatment centers to pause their care, a representative here in Louisiana wanted to add protections for doctors doing their duties to help people become pregnant. The Alabama case made it so doctors performing normal IVF procedures could have been hit with wrongful death lawsuits. New legislation has since reversed that decision. But a Louisiana lawmaker heard from doctors across the state who were concerned with the language of the law here being up for debate.
I mean, it was a sort of shook the foundation of our whole field, really. I think everyone was very, surprised and upset, but also, if you've been paying attention, not all that surprised at the same time.
The bill steps around amending the state's current law of personhood beginning at conception. It removes the liability if a fertilized embryo does not end up being a viable pregnancy, which is a common occurrence in the procedure.
Clarifying what at the same time providing immunity from civil and criminal liability for our doctors and our patients so that we can, again, create life.
In 2021, 712 children were born through IVF in Louisiana, making up a little over 1% of the births that year, according to the CDC.
There are many very effective treatments that we have that we can use for fertility, but for some couples, the only option is IVF.
After working out some amendments, the powerful anti-abortion rights lobby, Louisiana Right to Life, remained neutral on the bill. After some amendments cleared up the language, it will now head to the full House for more debate. At the Capitol for your local election headquarters, I'm Shannon Hecht.
A bill giving the governor more control on state boards and commissions was debated this week. The measure would take the power away from board members in choosing their own chairperson and gives the governor the ability to choose someone for them. Governor Landry testified the legislation will help any new administration.
All this does is helps us to be able to start to move the agenda of the incoming governor, who, by the way, is elected by the people.
State Senator Valerie Hodges, you see there, of Denham Springs, presented the bill. She told the committee it's important the governor's picks are in place as soon as possible. The state has hundreds of boards. Critics argue this would inject politics into those boards and commissions. And we saw that bill move out of committee this week and could be debated in the Senate on Monday.